Hey guys, Krainwreck here, and it's been a while, but we're back with the game Slay the Spire. This game's been out for a long time now. In fact, it's been in like an extended beta for a very long time, and finally I've decided to do some recording on it. Just some background. Slay the Spire is a roguelite card game. While you go up this tower of sorts, on each level you have events or you collect cards that you add to your deck, and these cards let you do all kinds of combat abilities. Really cool game. Let's get right to it. So let's see. We'll just do a standard, and we'll just do a simple, easy climb first to show off the game. Anyways, you have three characters here. Here's the Ironclad. The Ironclad is your basic warrior. He has a lot of blocking skills, a lot of interesting damaging skills. If you go into some of the meta builds, you can do things like have a discard deck where you get a lot of benefits from discarding cards. We'll probably play him today, but let's show off the other two. We also have the Silent. The Silent is honestly my least favorite of the three. It's kind of like a rogue assassin kind of thing. You deal heavily with card draw and card discards, and also poisoning, putting up all kinds of debuffs on the enemy. The Silent doesn't really have much HP regeneration, so you have to be very careful. You play very slow and careful. It's not, it's just not my cup of tea, but we'll play him sometime too. And lastly, which I think is really cool, which they added most recently, we have the Defect. The Defect is some kind of robot. The robot actually has some kind of... it's a different playstyle. He has these orbs that float around him that you can generate from your cards, and orbs at the end of your turn all cast some kind of effect. For instance, maybe the electricity one will put up damage on a random enemy, or the ice one will put up some block, and things like that. We'll talk more about him when we actually play him next time. Alright, so a standard run, and we'll choose the Ironclad then. Notice here we have this item, Burning Blood, at the end of combat, heal 6 HP. All three of these characters have a starting relic. Yeah, these relics will add different bonuses. It'll heavily influence your playstyle. Let's embark. Oh yeah, so here's your giant moon whale kind of thing. And notice he says another try. This game understands that you're going up a bunch of levels multiple times, and there's some interesting but short lore here. So we get to choose all of these things. I've played this a bit, so honestly I'm probably going to go with the card upgrade. Really useful. Here's our deck of cards. Every character usually comes with about pretty much this setup. You have one special card that's unique to you, and you come up with a bunch of strikes and defends. Very basic, pretty weak cards that you either want to take out of your deck or upgrade. You just don't want these, you want better ones as you move on. So I'm very leaning towards upgrading Bash, because upgrading Bash, if you can see right here, increases the damage by 2 and applies 3 vulnerable instead of 2. Vulnerable is an effect, or you can see right here, 50% more damage, so really useful. Because this is a high energy card, I should explain, we usually only have 3 energy, unless we have special relics or abilities. But yeah, this takes out 66% of your turn, and then if it only applies 2 vulnerable, it'll only last for 2 turns. If it only lasts for 2 turns, then sometimes this is kind of a waste of a draw. 3, on the other hand, you have time for hopefully your random draw and your luck will pull through, and you can get some heavy damage combos within the couple turns. So I might do that. Looking at this, potions. So you see up here, we have 3 potion slots. Much like the cards, they're quite random. You have things like block potions, or potions that increase your damage, potions that will make the enemy weak, or give the vulnerable effect like the Bash card. Mostly, these are really useful for an emergency, but again, they're random potions as we go on, so we're not sure how useful they will be for each situation. I generally don't get this one. And then we can lose all our gold. Here we have gold. If we look on the map, we have a bunch of shops, denoted by this icon, where we can spend the money we get as we defeat people and go up the spire. the card has an assortment of cards. You has a service where you can remove cards from your deck and make your card deck smaller. That's generally how I like to play. Smaller decks mean that you will get your cards more often, but it has its problems, as we might see as we go on. Let's see. So we might do this, but again, a random rare card. Rare cards are good, but we don't know if it's going to be a good card or not, and maybe we don't want to add garbage to our deck. And losing your starting relic. I do this sometimes. The boss relics are really good, but some of them are extremely situational. For instance, there's a relic that will make it so you cannot see what the enemy is doing. As we play the game, you'll understand that we know what the enemy is going to do per turn, so we try to compensate for that with our damage or our block. But that relic, even though it gives you more energy to do more things, it makes it so you can't see what the enemy does, and that can be very lethal. In addition to that, this Burning Blood heals 6 at the end of combat. This is very integral to this character. It's a character that's probably going to be using skills that damage itself, or it's a character that's going to be okay with taking damage as you kind of go berserker forward. So this Burning Blood is an extremely good relic that, at least right now, I don't feel comfortable at the beginning losing it. It's too good. So yeah, we're going to go with the upgrade of the card. And go with Bash. Some people like to get rid of Bash too, but whatever, I like it. So let's see. As you see, we have many paths. We can start off wherever we want. We did not get any perks at the beginning there that allowed us to get more gold, so we don't necessarily need the shop. Oh, you might notice here, this is also another thing, but we'll be avoiding that for now, maybe in a future run. Alright, so, I could take this route with a bunch of question marks. Question marks are like random events. It could be just another battle. It could be some special thing. It could be something bad as well. And here we have our campfires. This is where you rest, you upgrade cards, or do some other things if you have the correct relic. I like the question marks. This route here too gives you a few battles. We can get some gold right before this. Again, in the shop we can get a card removal service, so perhaps I want to get rid of one of these junk-ass cards right now. Okay, so I'm thinking, since we're avoiding this, we're not doing one of those runs. We could either run up this way. We can either choose to hit the elite depending on how we do, or we could go to a rest and upgrade some cards. And a double rest, that's really nice, but here's a double rest too. The first card removal is going to cost 75, and the second one is 100, I believe, or is it 50 and 75? We'll see when we get there. So I could get 2 shots to remove 2 cards, because this also has 2 rests. Okay, let's do that. Let's go for the card removal since I enjoy it. So it doesn't matter, here or here, same thing. Ooh, okay. So we have some Louses. Notice here they have an ability called Curl Up. If we attack them and they survive, they're going to put up some automatic block, so even during our turn. So we won't be able to finish them. This one's intent, it's doing something else. Yeah, so 7 and 3 block automatic. I probably won't go after him fully. I believe his first ability is going to grow. He's going to get more strength, so his attacks will do more damage, so I can ignore him for now. He's not going to hurt me and maybe take him out completely next time. So let's just show off how we do this. So we pick up a card and we drag it to our appropriate person. He's going to do 5 damage to me. I heal 6 HP no matter what, so I probably will just take this and waste. Sure, let's do this. Let's strike this guy. I could kill one too, but let's strike this guy so that he puts up his block. So that'll be 3 damage that he does not take. Can't kill him because I didn't do that, but I'm going to heal again, so I don't care about that. So let's have him just waste their curl up. They won't have it next turn, and we can finish it up. Alright, good. 3 of these. More than enough, so strike, strike, and dead. Okay, some gold. Okay, so now we kind of see how we're going to build our deck. Headbutt deals 9 damage, and you get to put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. So let's say that you had a really good card or you had a really large deck for some reason. You could engineer it to where you can keep getting these good cards back. Clash is really cool. I enjoy this sometimes. Sometimes you can get really messed up by it too. So if you only have attacks, so let's say that I drew all attacks, this would be a free 14 damage, really heavy damage, especially in the early game. Or let's say I drew some defense. As long as I had enough energy to play them, I could play all my defense, and then since I don't have only the Clash remaining, I could do 14 damage. Also pretty potent. Maybe. And Clothesline. This is an expensive card. It applies some Weak. Weak is kind of like the opposite of Bash. It makes it so they do less damage rather than they take more damage. But it's kind of expensive. Notice the card colors up here too, by the names. Gray is a common card, so you might see a bunch of these. Rightfully so, Clothesline is very common because it's not very good. I might do a Clash deck, but sure, let's do that. This run, let's do a Clash deck. Pick up as many Clashes as we can and get free damage. Ooh, 11 damage. Okay, so since we take 6, let's just block for 5. We'll take 6 damage, that's fine. Put up some damage on him. Okay, he's gonna block and buff, so... Oh, here we go. So, you see this. I could defend, and I'd have 1 energy left to strike, then I could Clash for 20 damage, which I'm probably gonna do. I could also... I can't play Clash with these defense, so that's just generally 2 energy. Not enough energy to play Bash with it, so maybe I could Bash, and I could make him take 50% more damage, so he'd take 19 damage instead of 20, and he'd have 2 more vulnerable. Probably a better move considering he's not going to hurt me this turn. Alright, there we go. So next turn he's pretty messed up as long as I have enough damage. Okay, sure, so we'll block and we'll Clash. And done. Okay, we got our first potion, a steroid potion. For just 1 turn we gain strength. This is a kind of cool potion we can use in certain builds, or maybe 1 turn we want to do a bunch of damage. I mean, empty slots will hold on to it. I might toss it for another potion, not the best. Okay, here we have Thunderclap, so it applies 1 vulnerable. Oop, ah shit, I didn't mean to take that. I meant to go look at it. I should have right-clicked. But oh well, anyways, we got it. So this is an AoE, applies vulnerable to everything. If we upgrade it, a little more damage. But again, 1 vulnerable, it's not going to last. I shouldn't have picked that up, but maybe it'll be okay with our Clash build. Still a good card. So here's our shop with the creepy mask guy. You know, he's not selling drugs, he's selling cards to small children. It's alright. Okay, so 75 first. I don't have enough for any of these relics, which would have given us some more buffs. Mayhem. That's cool. Don't have enough money, but I would have wanted to try that out. I haven't had this one yet. Oh, by the way, they've been updating this game very regularly. New content, new stuff, so some of this stuff I honestly haven't seen before, because I haven't played in a while. Shrug It Off is pretty good. It's a better block that gives us some card draw, but we don't have the energy yet. Like, if we get some relics that gives us energy, then maybe we can start going into a build where we draw a lot of cards. But we don't have the energy, we don't have the ability to pull it off, so we'll probably do some removal. Since we're doing a Clash build, I'll probably remove a defend. Normally I'll remove strikes, because strikes are garbage. But, let's see, let's do a defend, just so we can get more attacks, we can get more clashes, and all that good stuff. Looking at some of these other cards, Reckless Charge. Some people do love this build because the Ironclad has some cards that give it some status effect benefits. So when we have bad status effects, which are basically dead cards that we draw, so useless cards, sometimes there are buffs we can give ourselves that will benefit us rather than detriment us. Here, with Reckless Charge, we would give a Daze, and Daze is not that bad. A Daze is a empty draw that will disappear at end of turn. It doesn't stay in your deck. So it's free damage basically whenever you draw this card. And maybe with benefits. I don't have that kind of build yet, so I'm going to avoid this. Also, we have Clash. Since we're doing the Clash build, I don't think I can work with a status build. Because let's say I draw a Daze, I draw a dead card. I can't play this card. It disappears at end of turn, but that means my Clash is wasted, so we're going to avoid that. Alright, I guess we're done here for now, to be honest. Okay, moving on. Okay, let's go with some more card removal. Our next removal will cost 100. We might not have enough. This might be a waste. But we'll see. Let's see. Maybe we can get some extra stuff. Okay, they're both attacking. I'm going to take 12 damage. And this person's putting up a debuff on me. So maybe he's going to make me frail, or he's going to make me vulnerable like this Thunderclap would do. Can I kill them? So if I put up 4 damage, 10 life, and then 9 damage, 9 damage. So he'd be dead. But I'd take my whole turn, and this thing would have to hurt me. Thunderclap's not going to be that great. What to do, what to do. I think what I'll do is... I might as well just kill him, because regardless, unless I want to double block, I'm probably going to take damage, and take the 7 damage, so let's just kill him off and do 4 damage to him. And I'll heal 6, so 1 damage. Oh well. Plus minus is not that bad. Gonna take more damage. Eesh. Okay, let's hurt him, because that way, with vulnerable, he'll only take 2 strikes to die. We'll block up and just reduce some more damage. So we took 6 damage this run. Not ideal. So we'll just play that so we can play Clash and done. Ooh, okay. So just to explain some of this. Corruption is a weird card. Whenever we use this ability, it will make it so for the rest of our combat, we will take, we can use up our skills for nothing, but we exhaust them. Exhaust means that we put them in our kind of out of play pile. Like it's no longer there for the duration of the fight. You can do some neat builds on this. You can do exhaust builds with the Ironclad, but we need the appropriate relics, and we don't know if we're going to get them, so this is a terrible pickup for right now, unless we're praying. Body Slam's not a bad pickup. Damage equal to your block. You can also do an amazing block build with the Ironclad that I use a lot for the endgame stuff. But we're not going for that this time, so we'll skip it. Normally I would probably pick this up. And Warcry is a great card. I don't know why it's common, but fine. It's a free card that draws a card and you put another card on the top of your deck. You can get rid of some wasteful cards, like maybe if Clash comes with a hand full of defense, maybe you can remedy that. And the upgraded version... Oop, hey, okay. The upgraded version gets 2 cards, so that's free card draw. This is never a bad thing to pick up unless you're worried about the size of your deck, but it exhausts itself, so it's not even a problem. It's a great card. Why is it common? I don't know. Oh well. Anyways, we'll pick that up, because we can just use it immediately and it's gone from the fight. Okay, continuing on to our next fight. Okay, if I play this, this sounds like a good idea. So this guy's going to curl up, but if he takes 14, he's already done. He can't curl up, and he's going to debuff me. I don't like that. So, and this guy's going to hit me really hard. So probably defend, take 3, and done. Okay. Ooh, I still have energy. I didn't calculate that right. Why put up the vulnerable? Because it's going to disappear in a turn, so let's get the plus damage. Okay, 8 more damage. I think regardless, like, I could play this smarter, I could hope and I could defend and take 3 more damage. But I'm assuming that he's going to... I think this debuff is a frail debuff. I might not be able to block as well next turn. So we gotta finish this fight as fast as possible, because even if I prolong the turn I take less damage, the fight's just gonna get longer. So now he's within 3 strike range to die. Yo, vulnerable. Okay, my mistake. So he made me weak, so he's not gonna attack. His next ability is a net ability. It makes it so I cannot play any attacks, so I'd only play defense and work skills, all this kind of stuff. But, okay, that means I can go ham on him. That's Warcry. And next turn I can only skill, so let's just put that back on the top. We'll have that next turn. And actually he might be dead here, let me see. Not quite. 1 life. Okay, whatever. We have that defend, luckily. Oh, I'm gonna take 3 more damage. That's very unlucky. Oh well. So not doing so hot. Defend, and clash to overkill. Okay. Okay, this is pretty nice. So as you can see, some of our abilities can give us more energy. But Inflame is quite good. We gotta go for something. We can get some AoE, but unnecessary. Since we don't have much card draw yet, seeing red is a... It could be good, depends on when we draw it. Maybe we get, you know, too many defends, and we can defend up, but if you're not attacking us, what's the point? Probably do Inflame. So strength adds +1 damage per point to any of your attacks. So even if it's a big attack like Bash or Clash, it's only +1. It makes your strikes more useful. It'll make Thunderclap more useful. Only costs 1 too, so we'll run with this, I guess. Not a bad pickup. Okay, here we can rest, we can heal up some more, but I think since we have the passive recovery, we'll be fine. We can recall. Now, recall is part of this little icon here. Recall is about giving you these little tokens, and these tokens let you go to the true ending of the game. Since we're just showing off the characters first, we're going to avoid that. Even on this lower difficulty I'm playing on, you can easily lose to the final boss, so let's just not do that. And we have Smith, what we're probably going to do now. Smith lets us upgrade these cards, just like we did with Bash at the beginning of the game. So let's Smith up. And, you know, not bad. 4 damage. 7 damage, so we can make it better than a strike, but an AoE strike that vulnerables. Warcry, 2 cards to make it actually a really good card. Or +1 strength. I'll do the power, just because, you know, just make it more cost effective. Okay, we're going to avoid this guy at all costs. This is, as you see with these horned battles, these are elites. Hard fights, but every time you win an elite fight, you get a new relic. You don't want to avoid too many elite fights unless you're going to die, but you'll definitely take some damage, unless you're very lucky with your cards. The super elite even is stronger, has more HP, or has some kind of perk that makes the fight slightly more difficult. Since the reason why you'll fight a super elite is because it awards one of these triangles. Since we're not doing that, we're definitely steering clear of those things this run. So the next shop, we don't have enough money, pity. Another Warcry. This makes it cheap. Oh, this is not bad. If we have enough card draw, this actually is a really good card. Master of Strategy, just free card draw, but unnecessary. Metallicize is another power, another like battle-long buff. So every turn we gain 3 block. We're not going for a block build, but this is good in any build. It's a really nice card. We can get more Warcries or common, probably. Let's avoid this. This is not even an upgrade at Metallicize. Not that worth it. Maybe Enlightenment would be really good if we were running a high-cost deck, but we're not yet. We'll just avoid this. Pity, waste of a turn. So this can be like gold, or this can be another fight. We're just going to go to the rest so we can get more upgrades. Let's make Thunderclap useful. So if we have a combination of the Inflame and the Thunderclap, we can go for 10 damage. Pretty nice. Okay, going to the next one. Oh, it's here. So here's one of these 3 we can avoid. Like, we can not get this relic, and we can get this instead. Since we're not doing that, of course not. But the Nunchaku, let's see. Every time you play 10 attacks, and this is just... This is cross battle, by the way. So if I play 9 attacks in one fight, and I fight the next, I'll get energy on that next attack. Really good for low-cost decks. Really good for infinity decks, which are decks that have card draw and massive energy regain. So yeah, we'll just take it, because why not? We can get fight for more gold. Let's do some more question mark stuff. We didn't really do much of... we didn't do any of that yet. Yeah, let's show it off. So here's our event. So you come across an inconspicuous pedestal with a shining gold idol sitting peacefully atop. It looks incredibly valuable. You sure don't see any traps nearby. So we could just leave and not get anything, or we can get this idol. The idol's a pretty interesting relic. Let's get that. So now we get 25% more gold. This is really good. A really nice find early in the game, because maybe on the next levels of the Spire, we'll just be racking up gold for those shops and remove some more junk cards. So we can get this curse. Now look, this curse is unplayable. This is literally a dead draw, just like any status effect. Some status effects are actually detriment you much worse than this, but still terrible. If we got this, we would either be playing a status effect deck, or we would have to go to the shop and spend one of our removals on it instead of on a strike, so I don't like that. We can smash it and take 20 damage, or we could lose 6 max HP. The max HP is not such a bad loss, but since we have the HP recovery, we're kind of dipping low, but we'll get the Burning Blood. Take 20 damage, ow, and free idle. As free as it can be. 46 HP. We have 2 more rests, so... and this boss. Let's risk it, let's risk it. We have some decent damage potions to get this fight done sooner if we have to. Let's show off an elite. Ooh, okay. So, this is... these are just 3 identical people. They alternate. They alternate between doing 9 damage and doing an effect where they add 2 junk cards to your draw. Oh, no, I'm sorry, to your discard pile, which you eventually will be shuffled back into your draw pile, so literally they're just going to try to dead card you. Notice we have 2 doing the same thing and 1 doing the opposite. We're probably going to take some damage here, but it's alright, we'll get a relic out of it. The first thing I like to do with this is identify which one has the lowest HP. So we have 41 and 41, and then we also want to make sure they are alternating. Since this is doing 9 damage, these 2 will be doing 18 damage together. So we definitely want them just only throwing 9 damage up so we can draw more defends, because it's very unlikely we can draw 3 defends every single turn just on this alternation. So we'll just have 9 alternating instead of 9, 18, 9, 18. Alright, let's see. Oh, also to explain here, they have a buff called Artifact. Artifact negates debuffs. For instance, if I want to put up Vulnerable with Thunderclap, it'll remove their artifact, but they will not take the Vulnerable, so that's kind of a pity. We have to play this Warcry because we want to play Clash. Oh, wonderful. Okay, we'll just throw the Strike back on top of the pile. Thunderclap, because it's better than a Strike, does some damage to everything. No more artifacts, so we can debuff them soon. 34 HP, 20 damage, taking 9. Maybe I should have hit them all with a steroid potion and taken one out immediately. Probably a misplay. See, 19 damage plus 11 damage, 30 damage. He'll survive unless I use both potions and poison him. Shoot, I really should have just steroid potioned earlier. Okay, fine. Well, this is a waste, but we'll put it up. So now he's taking 6 damage at the end of turn. We'll hit him hard, and he's dead at end of turn. Ooh, we have one more, since he's dead already. Gosh, another misplay. I should have put this potion on someone else. I'm paying too much attention to talking. It's been too long. It's okay. Let's, he's the second lowest HP. Let's do that. And he's dead. 9 damage. Fine. Okay, we have our Inflame. We can get some more damage up. Probably Inflame. So now we do 9 damage per strike. Block up, take 4 damage instead. Keep hammering down on Sky. 2 more strikes or any combination of attacks he's done, especially with our strength. Okay, so we're not taking damage this turn, nice, but he's gonna put more junk in our draw pile. Okay, so here, now we're drawing junk. How should we do this? 35. I'm gonna take 9 no matter what because of this nonsense. We're not drawing our blocks. Well, since we don't have enough attacks, we're definitely gonna bash. Maybe we'll Thunderclap first. He'll be vulnerable and then he'll take more damage from this. Okay. So, that's good. Yeesh, going low on HP. Okay, finish up the fight. Well, our Nunchaku gave us energy, but at the end of the fight, not useful. Ooh, 14 more max HP, so we'll be up to 94. The speed potion is like the, just like the steroid potion, but for dexterity. Dexterity gives you more block for block cards. Oh my, okay, let's see. Alright, if I was going for a block deck, this is really good. Things like Metallicize that gives you block every turn, things like putting up your own blocks, if I didn't already remove some of it, we could have a huge amount of block, like we could have an unstoppable amount of block, and then if we had the Body Slam earlier, we could like Body Slam for huge amounts of damage, a really good build. Still tempted, honestly. I worry because we have Warcry, maybe we wouldn't want the Battle Trance, because let's say that we had Battle Trance and we could not draw anymore. I would what if I draw the Warcry and the Clash, and I won't be able to play the Clash, and I have to wait till it reshuffles into my deck? Ah, but it's such a good card. Okay, we're gonna stick with the plan. We're gonna stick with the Clash deck for better or worse. So sadly, we're gonna skip that. Okay, next fight we have some more fun. Okay, let's just trigger all of their blocks. It's all wasted. We're taking, let's see, 19 damage. We'll take 9 damage. Okay. Ouchies. Maybe we can kill them all this turn? Nope. Let's see. Dead, dead. Clash? No. Okay, I can inflame Clash, yeah, he's dead. They're all dead. Okay, so bye-bye, bye-bye, and Clash. Huge damage, dead. Alright. Ooh, Blood for Blood's a pretty good card, especially since our block is so low. I'm trying to stay cheap with my cards, but we don't have anything good. I don't like this card, but I might have to pick up Blood for Blood, because eventually as we take more damage, it's getting cheaper and cheaper. Yeah, we might have to pick that up. Not the best card, but it's good for this fight, and we're coming up on the boss. Okay, let's see. Do I dare? Let's upgrade this, make it cheaper, so eventually it'll reach 0 faster. So free 22 damage, pretty big. Okay, and our next fight. If we do well in this fight, maybe we won't have to heal. But maybe not. Yeesh. Okay, we'll Thunderclap, get some AoE on all these minions. And we take 2 of them out and take 5. Yeah, that's probably the best, because killing them, they can't hurt me, they can't debuff me. And taking 5 is not the end of the world. This guy's charging up for 2 turns, and he's going to do a huge hit. Let's do Warcry and put this defend away. Don't need that just yet. We'll Inflame, get some more damage. 17 damage on the dot. We can kill one of them. We'll kill this guy. Oh, and we have enough. Everyone's dead. And more nunchaku goodness at the end of fights. Very useless. We can do a huge block turn if we're in trouble. Fire Breathing, I don't know why this is rare. Fire Breathing is a terrible, terrible card unless you can get many of them. Like, let's say you get like 5 Fire Breathing. Since it's a power, once you use it, it's no longer in your draw pile, and we can do huge amounts of damage just for playing other attacks, just bonus damage. But I'm not going for that either, so let's skip that. Clothesline we already talked about, useless. True Grit, we can exhaust some cards, a random card in our hand. Okay, looking at it, let's see. We can change it to 9 block and exhaust a specific card, so we can lower our deck total in one fight really, really well. I think we have some decent card draw, so we don't need this, but alright. And eventually, we don't want to lose all our cards, and it'll become a useless draw as well. So let's see, I think we have enough HP, hopefully, otherwise this will be a short showing. Upgrading Clash. Let's just upgrade Clash. Warcry eventually, but that's secondary for us. So just more damage, more damage. That's what we're going for. Okay, here's our boss. So this boss is neat. He goes through a very predictable set of patterns. Here, but if he takes 30 damage, he'll switch into defensive mode, where he'll be protected. I might as well Blood for Blood, because 12 damage, and some block for nothing. He's not attacking me. Well, 22 damage, obvious. Let's do that. So now he's at 8 more, but he's gonna put up some blocks, so maybe I have to go through more. Destroy. 32 damage, huge hit, very, very painful. Since we can put him into defensive mode with our card draw, he won't attack, we won't take this damage. So let's bash him. Oh, no, sorry. Let's Thunderclap him with a bigger bash hit. Thunderclap him. He's down. Vulnerable. He'll take 15 damage. So 10 damage here. We'll do 5 damage to him. Oh, sorry, excuse me. We'll do... oh, why can't I math? We're going to do 13 damage to him, put him into defensive mode, avoid the hit. Good move, alright. And he has more 4 vulnerable, so for 4 turns, we have this debuff on him. Okay, so now he's going to be returning damage. He has thorns, basically. And he's going to be attacking. I don't know if I can rush him down, or I can try to avoid damage. At this point, I don't know how well my card draw will go. So we're definitely going to inflame. get our buffs up and do more damage. Warcry, see if we can get a defend up. Nothing. Okay, we're gonna have to be a little rushed with this. Maybe we can. Maybe this will be a very close one. We'll put this strike back. We'll put up even more vulnerable, so he's gonna be vulnerable the whole fight, and we'll clash, hit him hard. So he's getting there. Take 9 damage though. Ugh. 16 damage. Okay, I think 16 damage is what I'll call it. 10 block. Well, I mean, I'm gonna avoid the damage now or later. It's okay, we'll take that. So 16 damage plus whatever damage I try to attack him with right now. 25 or 37, not too good to pass up. I think that's good, and we'll take 4. That's good. Just skip our energy because we want to preserve our HP. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I can put him straight back into defensive mode, try and protect myself again and do some huge damage. Thunderclap. Strike. Blood for blood. Okay, he's going down. He's going down. Hopefully. Why block? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I do or don't. Okay, do I rush him on this turn and take some damage, or do I wait for the 16? Because I'm going to take 4. I can survive that. Okay, I can take some damage. So I'm going to take 4, be down to 19. And then after I take 4 damage, 19, he'll hit me for 16. And if I attack him now, okay, so I'd kill myself really, and I'd be banking on the next fight. But we're pretty close. Do I dare? Let's be smart about this. We'll just be careful. And he definitely can't kill me this turn, but I might be able to kill him. 37, 30, yeah, he's done. Okay, so we're just going to hit him with this Blood for Blood, take some damage, and clash. Or, oops. Oh, I almost messed up. Goodness. Well, doesn't matter. Bash, clash, whatever. Okay, so we got through Act 1, this whole floor. The game consists of 3 acts, so it gets harder and harder. Well, you heal at the end of the act unless you're playing a harder difficulty, so that's why I wasn't too bad with the damage. I'm okay with it. Get a huge pile of gold for our future shops, and some rare cards. Again, ooh, Fiendfire, really good. Situational though. Since you're exhausting cards in your hand, you're making your deck smaller, so eventually you'll run out of cards, and this card will be useless. Or you can use it strategically to just get rid of cards you don't want in your hand. Things like bad status effects, for instance, really good. But nah. Offering, you just straight up take the damage, but you get more energy, and you draw cards. Just you can only use it once. And Impervious. Gosh, maybe I should have went for the block deck, but how was I supposed to know? This Impervious card gives us a bunch of block, and it's really good with Barricade. Alright, continuing onward then. Let's get the Offering. I'm just gonna go heavy offense this time. Okay, and what relic do we get? What relic do we get? We no longer get gold, but we have just straight up 4 energy per turn. We have the Philosopher's Stone. Everyone on the enemies gets +1 strength. +1 strength's really good for them, especially for enemies that attack very frequently. That could be very painful, can all add up. Or we can have the Mark of Pain. The Mark of Pain, we get 2 wounds, so 2 bad dead cards, but we get +1 energy as well. So we got all energy draws this time. How should we do this? I'm not going for status effects, and maybe it would have been good to get the Fiendfire, but again, we couldn't get that earlier. We would have no more shops after this amount of gold if we pick up this. This is good though if you pick it up maybe second. I don't want to pick it up right now. I think we can live with 1 strength, because maybe if the enemies are attacking for huge damage rather than frequently, we can just have +1 damage, not a big deal. So Philosopher's Stone it is. Alright, and I believe that's that. So now we're in Act 2, the city. Everything gets a little bit stronger. A whole new map, and we kind of rinse and repeat. We go through the process once more to a harder boss. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your viewership. And we'll pick up next time with Act 2, the city, and work our way towards the boss. See you next time.